Hi everybody, welcome back to the Claremont Classic Garage. It's a beautiful, beautiful Friday morning in the middle of June, and we're heading up. We're heading up to Oro Township, to the Burroughs Creek Park, to the Spring Barrie Swap Meet. We'll see you when we get there, unless we see something interesting here along the road. We're buzzing up Highway 12 now. We just going past Cambridge. So yeah, if I see anything neat, I'll pop back in and show it to you. But otherwise, we'll see you at the park. Well, here we are. We'll be in there in a minute. Well, here we are. We got the wagon on the ground, and we're ready to head in. And it's so nice. Look up there for the. We've had a horrible run of bad luck with weather at these big swap meets, but for once, there's nothing threatening. It's a beautiful day. We're going to have a great time in here today without getting soaked. Oh, here we are. We made it in. We're going to start perusing the offerings, and if I see anything really cool, I'll show it to you. Lots of electrical insulators. I know people collect those. Oh, I see a central vacuum hose too. I don't feel like dragging that around all day, but I may check back in on that a little later. Here's one of the coolest things I've ever seen. This is, you can see here on the top, it's a slide-in camper designed to go in a pickup truck or something. And the bottom here is a little trailer that this thing goes in. It was made by Fleetwood Industries, and apparently, according to the fellow, they only ever made 10 of these. Yeah, you know me and the old RVs, I like them. And this thing is there were a few weird things back in the day. I mean, they used to make truck campers that were so long they had bogey wheels on the back of them, because they'd have wheels that rode on the road while the rest of the camper sat on the truck, you know. And I guess this is kind of a way around it, right? Fascinating. I love it. Here's a cool piece, 72 340 intake manifold. Yeah, this thing, you want to try and find one of these. I guess they probably have reproduction ones now, but back in the old days they sure didn't. Really nice Model A pickup. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. Oh, and those are those steering wheels I've been buying at the swap meets, because they go right on the old Ford tractors. So if you've got a 39 or 40 and you need a steering wheel, this isn't exactly the right one, but it's close enough. It looks better on there than a metal 3-spoker, that's for sure. And you can usually find them at the swap meets reasonable. But I wouldn't mind that steering wheel still being attached to this whole Model A truck. Oh man, that's beautiful. There we go. We're kind of across the highway from the Barrie Airport. You see lots of neat planes going up and down. One year I was here, and we heard a great big racket, and one of our Canadian, our CF-18 had come up. I don't know, I guess he was going somewhere and he stopped in Barrie or whatever to use the bathroom or get fueled up or something, I don't know. But he came up, you could hear the thing come up, and then I guess he got to a certain altitude, and he looked across and saw all us people down here at the Barrie Swap Meet, and he decided to put on an impromptu air show for us. And let me tell you, those are pretty capable aircraft, and loud, man. He pointed it straight up in the air and hit the afterburners, and that was a pretty impressive sight. Don't think we'll see one today, but hey, you never know. There he goes again. A bump steer gauge, right? Pretty cool.
Make me an offer. I'm tired. I quit racing about 15 years ago.
Here's a pretty cool little camper, a Toyota. Well, that's interesting. It's got single wheels on the back. A lot of times you'll see these things with dual wheels, although it could have been swapped to singles at some time in its life. Pretty neat. Here's a neat old trailer, a Miska. Man, they have been around forever. They're down in Hamilton. They've put a lot of trailers on the road in southern Ontario over the years. What a great day. The weather's still holding out. It's a little bit clammy, but not too bad. There's a nice breeze. We're having a great time. My problem right now is Deb loves her DVDs, and she found a booth with like a 12-foot table. A 12-foot table of DVDs, so I might be here for a while. Nice set of Lincoln wheels. Polished up. 15-inch. There were some 14-inch ones around too off the Versailles, if I recall. But these are nice. These look good on any, late 60s into 70s Ford. Nice looking wheel. Well, that's pretty interesting. This Caravan has a very large turbo on it. 3.3. I hope it doesn't have a 62 TE in it. No, it's an old 604. It'll take it. Isn't that cool? That must be a laugh to drive. Yeah, the car corral seems to be over here this year. We got a nice 68 Ford convertible. 302, I guess. It's a Galaxy 500. 10 grand. I think I saw this one on Marketplace. Not a bad looking car. I mean, you have to get underneath it and check the frame and stuff, 302, 39,000 miles. Power steering and brakes. Oh, decent enough. Couple more sedan delivery Chevy, a Beaumont, and then there's a couple more over there we'll check out after. And we got lots of southern boxes. There's a first gen Dodge, a bump side Ford. Yeah, he's got some good stuff here. These bumpers are nice. I think they're like 58-ish T-Bird. Man, the cars had style then, didn't they? Nice old truck body. Dad, what is this? Needs a little work, but it's not terrible. Not terrible by any stretch of the imagination. Bunch of Southern cabs. These things are nice. Boxes here. Look at this. Look at this Dodge step-side box. Where the heck do you find that? It's got the Warlock pinstripes on it. Look at this. Oh man, our boxes they usually end about there. you have to make everything else. Yeah, that's a nice box, man. This is cool. It says it goes 32 feet. Deb won't let me buy it. She's no fun. Pretty cool. Yeah, that's awesome. And here's this poor old 68 Ford. Wow. Filled with parts though. Looks like she was red inside. You can see in the wow. Yeah, lots of patches. Oh, it's got the keys. Wow. .302, I guess. Now it's lunchtime. Deb makes this bread herself. It's homemade bread. Nice ham sandwich on Deb's homemade bread. We'll scarf this down and then get walking again. We've done pretty good so far. This is a nice little Civic, man. This takes me right back to my mini stock racing days. I raced against a lot of these things. But this one's nice. It's got a nice set of wheels on it, Good looking little car. A couple of little rust spots around the edges here, but black cars are so easy to touch up and work with. And here's a really nice SSR. These are pretty cool. They got a Corvette engine in them, I think. Look at this. This is what you get from Phoenix. Look at factory markings on the firewall, factory markings on the frame. Unbelievable. Original paint. Wow. That's quite a truck. It's old Diamond T with the Cummins in it. It's here often. Check out this thing, Sports Coach 3. Wow, that's a big camper, man. It's got a tag axle, 19-inch wheels, all fiberglass, eh? Wow. Or is it? No, I think this is aluminum. Set. Yeah, it's aluminum. Look at the awning rail on this side of it. You can put like a 35-foot long awning on it. Holy crap. 2 air conditioners. Wow, that thing's a beast. Wonder what it has in it. Probably a Chevy. You know, a 454 or something. Here's a lot of great old service station stuff. Fuel pumps.
You do 60 for it?
Make your own labels. It's super cool. Air pumps. Texaco signs.
What's your best? 70?
Amazing.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool little Jeep. Made on a, I don't know, a golf cart. Probably. Or just made out of parts. But it's pretty cool. That'd be good for bombing around the farm, eh? How about this thing? Whoa. They've got it rigged up to be a keg dispenser. That's pretty cool. Here's another cute little trailer. So one thing you see tons of here is cute little trailers. Vintage ones, you know. Piles of them. How about this thing? Fleetwood. Discovery. Wow. Look at the bloody trailer it pulls on top of that. On top of moving itself around, it pulls this. Wow. That's a lot of rig, man. Thing's got to be near, it's got to be near 70 feet long, 65 at least, from front to back. Wow. Check this out, old boat, motor, and trailer for 400 bucks. Viking. Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. How do you go wrong with that? The trailer's worth 400 bucks. Check out these old spoke knockoff wheels. Wow. Look at the tires on them. So cool. 695/14. Probably off a British sports car, I would guess. That's too cool. See if I can see him. You can hear him. There's a couple of Harvard trainers up now. It's just they're quite far away. Oh, and there's more. There's all kinds of them. That's 4 of them now. I can't see them now. When I blow the phone up so big, it's hard to see. There's some old Detroit diesel filters. That's pretty cool to see. There's some serious stuff. Wow. Pretty cool. A couple of Dominator carbs. Wow. Here's a cool thing. A crossfire is set up from a small block Chevy. These came out in the early 80s on the Z28s and the Corvettes. Weren't around for long, but it's kind of like a factory cross ram, but with electronic fuel injection. Pretty neat to see. And that's cast aluminum, not plastic. That's awesome. So it says here it's off an 84 Corvette. A couple of cool pedal cars. What's this one say? Convertible. And this one's a hook and ladder. Pumper 519. Oh, that one's even better. That's like a land speed record car or something. That's awesome. And here, for the mechanic that has everything, or thought he had everything, a snap-on mountain bike. Didn't even know there was such a thing, but here it is. Man, just missed that one. I think it was a two-door, like what the snowbirds fly. You can just see it. There must be a warplane museum or a show or something over there today. It's a cool fiberglass body. It goes probably on a Volkswagen or a Fiero or something. Make your own little sports car. It's cool, an old motorized plow. That's awesome.
Okay, go down, sir.
Man, I'm trying to get it in frame. The F-18 is up. It just went screaming over here. I couldn't get my phone out in time. You can hear it. Man, does that thing ever go? Woo!
Just flying around Barrie, I guess.
Yeah, so there's an air show, I guess, across the highway at the Barrie Airport today, and like I said, the last time I can remember that happening on the same weekend as the swap meet here was years ago. Now, mind you, that was on Saturday and Sunday. I wonder if these guys it's Friday now. They might be up just practicing for their weekend show. But yeah, that F-18 was awesome. I couldn't get my phone out of my pocket fast enough. I heard it and it was just gone, man. He's still around. You can hear him. Where is he? If I can see him, I'll show him to you. Oh, there he is. He's just way over there. He's out doing circles around Barrie. Yeah, maybe he's gonna come back. We'll stay filming here just for a second. A lot of you, depending on where you live, planes like this are probably a normal sight, but here they're not. All right, here we are in the car show area. This is cool. This little CR. This thing is old, man. Does it say what year it is? Yeah, 1984. CR, it's a little one. A 60, a CR 60. There's a lot of fun in that little bike, I'll tell you that. Dodge Claude. Nice old Chevy trucks. 55. Pretty serious looking second gen. How about this Ford cab over? Oh, it's a Mercury even. Oh, look at that. That's like Deb's old one. That's cool. Wow, that is a straight truck too. Wow. The hood's not up, so I can't see in there. It's got some kind of a V8 in it. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Ours will be kind of normal height. It's going to stay on its original frame. This one is probably on an S10 or something, but pretty cool. Oh, look at this. Isn't that nice? That's real patina. Rolls Royce. I don't know if they have any gray Poupon. Doesn't get any better than a Deuce Coupe. This is nice. International L150. So I got a little modern seats in it, and it's probably sitting on a newer chassis, I would guess, but I may be wrong. Another nice second gen. Look at that. Oh, look at the Willies. Isn't that sweet? There she goes. It's over there, a Model A, Studebaker. It's a 1933 Buick. Isn't that beautiful? Wow. 64 Mercury wagon. How you like that? How many dogs could Deb put in here? Probably about, I guess she'd say, at least 6. A couple of really nice little Chevy trucks. 63. This is beautiful. Ah, that's really nice. This is the Innis, or the Wasaga Beach Cruisers, pardon me. '37 Plymouth, that's really nice. Like a T-Bird too. And that's it for the car show. Sorry, by the time we finished walking the roads and got back here, a lot of the folks have already started to leave, but there's still plenty here, I guess. Another cute little trailer on the back of a 3rd gen. It's a nice rig. Interesting bike with a motor on it. And then this thing here, it's got, I don't know what it is. There's 3 carburetors. What does it say? Dragster. And an electric motor. It looks like a Ford starter motor. It's some kind of a blower or something. Quite interesting, whatever it is. I'll do a little research when I get home. It's got Ford scripted carburetors on it. You see that? Pretty cool. So I guess they're off of flatheads. That's incredible. All right, so now we know what this is. It bolts through there. This sits on your normal Holly 4-barrel flange. That's incredible. I like it. So apparently this thing was made 1957 and 1958, and they only made about 100 of them. Fascinating. Beautiful 03 Rubicon. The guy says it's got 30-something thousand kilometers. Never seen salt. Yeah, that's nice. Well, that's it. We've been wandering around in there for 6 hours. It's hot and muggy, and we're exhausted. And thank goodness today's the first time we've ever tried the air conditioning in our van, and luckily for us it actually seems to work pretty well. So we're out of here. We got to buzz down to Uxbridge, pick up the boys from daycare, and then we'll get home and show you all the loot that we got. We did pretty good. Anything good out here in the parking lot? Not really today. Sometimes there's some really good cars out here in the parking lot. But, well, there's a B5 Blue Charger Daytona. That's pretty neat. All covered in dust. Poor thing. And there's, look at that old Cavalier. Man, that's an oldie. ABS. Every car has ABS now, but back when that thing was made, it was a big deal. I think that was GM, that was one of their big things. I think every single car that GM sold had ABS on it. I may be wrong, but I think that was one of their things. Anyway, this field just gets bouncier and bouncier. Or I'm getting older and older. Could be either, eh? Oh, here's a nice old Ford truck here. Let's see. Yeah, an old Chevy beside it. Pretty cool. All right, let's see what Highway 11 looks like. It's 4 o'clock on Friday. It's probably going to be a bloody zoo, but we're about to find out anyway. Okay, here we go. Pulling out onto Highway 11 on Friday afternoon. We are now joining the Cottage 500. Oh, and just by the luck of the draw, we come out in a great big hole. That's okay. All right. The traffic gods have smiled upon us. Here we go. Everything's slowing down. I've seen some flashing lights up here. It could just be somebody pulled over and then everything wads up. It could be a wreck too. Oh, looks like it's just a dead car. We got a wrecker there. Okay, all good. Off we go. Here's the Cottage 500 heading northbound on Highway 12 on Friday afternoon. Glad we're going the other way, although it is not, it's actually not so bad. It's still maybe a little early. Give it another hour. And we just had an interesting experience back up the road. There was a super genius that was hauling some bales of straw on the back of his F-150. And he decided that rather than drop the tailgate and put them inside the box, that he should sit them on top of his hard tonneau cover. And one fell off and landed in the middle of Highway 12. And the guy in front of us in a great big friggin' gravel truck, tractor trailer, had to go swerving to avoid running over the bale of straw. And there was the guy parked. You can't fix stupid people, not even with a big stick. He didn't even have a strap on it. He was just sitting there. Unbelievable. But anyway, we're doing good now. We're just getting down here to Beaverton. Hopefully we'll be down in Uxbridge shortly to pick up Cooper and Nugget. Oh, look at this field. Beautiful, all dressed. There's some pretty nice farmland up here on the kind of on the east shore of Lake Simcoe. Stuff. There's a V8 powered trike, a couple of old postal jeeps, kind of neat stuff. There's always something neat at that place. So here's our loot from Barrie. This I'm not going to go to the trouble of opening it. It says Milwaukee, but it's not all that exciting. You see there it says wire rack. It's a wire rack from an old store display that we need to use to cover up a window. Long story short. This here is a central vacuum hose. I go there to buy car parts and I come home with a central vacuum hose. And then this here is some wood patterns of stuff you can make. Deb got a bunch of gloves and a movie and plant hanger, some cups. This is really neat. A bamboo bread slicer. You put your loaf of bread in there and you get nice, all the slices the same. Pretty cool. Stuff that I found, a pair of truck lights. I think I'm going to try and put these on my little red Dodge truck. These have like a weather pack plug on the side instead of just the wire sticking out the back. These are off like a big truck, and unfortunately they both seem to be the same side. Well, my plan could be derailed before it's even started. Anyway, whatever. I have them. I'll work on that. We got a bunch more of these orange lights. We've covered those before. I got a pair of 2-inch 4.5 by 4.5 wheel spacers. More on those later. This light is an aftermarket tractor light, but I believe I have the match to it. So that's good. And I bought it because it came with this one, which is an original scripted tractor light. So that's for Ford. Late 2 ends, or no, I don't think they ever used the scripted ones on 2 ends, but 8 ends and stuff after that. That's a nice piece to have. Here's another pair of lights I got. They don't exactly match, but they came together for cheap. I got this old, I think it's an aftermarket 3-speed floor shifter. It'd be one of these rigs for converting from a column shift to a floor shift. At least I think that's what it is. I know it's a 3-speed shifter. And then lastly, I got this. My new Ranger. Oh, no, I got one more thing to show you. I got my new-to-me Ranger helmet because it was pretty embarrassing when I went into vintage tractor pulls with my great big stock car helmet that made my head look like a planet. So this is a little more subtle. We'll see if we can clean it up and give it a paint job. You have to have a helmet to go in the tractor pull. That's all it says. You have to have a helmet. So this looks a lot better. And it's all beat up. It actually looks a little more, believable. And then the last thing I got, which was probably the first thing I bought this morning, is this little thing. It goes on the side of your toolbox or on the wall. And it's like a little, look at that. Isn't that cool? I don't know what I'll do with it, but I've got it. And I think that is everything. Yep, that'll do it. So I guess at the end of it, that's our haul from the spring Barrie swap meet. We had a riot. It was great there today. The weather was beautiful, and everybody seemed to be happy. We just had a good old time. So yeah, that'll do it for this one. I want to thank you for coming and wandering around Barrie with us. I hope you'll come back and join us again. And until then, I'm Kevin saying so long from the Claremont Classic Garage.